capabilities of being able to be run in any language as long as somebody's able to support it, right? So dating back to 2011 when this platform just started, and then now we're 2025. So if anybody's ever concerned, especially if you've come from the JV Zoo kind of world, which is where we initially started, if you're like me, you come from buying anything on JV Zoo, what do you think? Probably the same thing we all think. I bought something through the shiny new toy on JV Zoo, and what happens? That shiny new toy turns out to rust pretty damn fast, right? When you have the marketing people, and it's kind of a racket, if you will. It really is. It's hard to get in that inner circle. But what ends up happening is they do not care about the product because they do not create the product. They market it on behalf of somebody else. So they don't care about it. It's let's market something for a week and then push it to the shelves and let's market another one. Let's market that one and then push it. Let's market that one. It's just that revolving lifestyle, right? One-time payment, cheap payments, and boom. So that's how we started. So typically I've bought loads and loads of JVZoo products. I don't use a single one. As of this day, have not used a single one. And I just stopped. I just stopped because I writing's on the wall, right? It's if you want to buy a crap product, go to JV Zoo and buy whatever a funnel is trying to sell you. And I got my little ones. So in 2011, when this started as a competition to what really wasn't around at the time, right? Yes, you had your not GoDaddy at the time, but your Wix, your Square, your Weebly, but they were all building on a responsive platform. We built it. I wish I did, but I didn't. I'm not the code type of a person. This was built on an adaptive style platform. So when you get to build something from the very beginning, starting at zero and building for the mobile world we live in, you're creating a platform that is essentially future proof. Okay. I would still be I know the companies are really big, right? But when you have the Wix, the Trenzys, not the Trenzys, but the rest of them that are built on it's like you're using an analog phone, or it's like you're using the Apple One. It's more like that. It's like you're using the first smartphone that came out. And that came out, obviously, we had websites, right? So that's kind of what they were built on. I don't know about you. And if you do any of your research and you research anything, don't research the marketing of those companies, research what really those companies are about. And you will find that if you are a developer, if you're a person who actually knows what coding is and knows everything, they will tell you, don't go there. Those are some of the worst places to actually build your website. And that's true because they were built on age-old technology. We weren't, and we continue to not be. So when you build something like we've built, everything that we continue to add on just makes us that much more powerful, gives you that much more to use. And then I will fast forward into today's realm with our progressive web app and with what I'm about to show you, which is pretty amazing. Now, what I'm also going to give you some information on is the world is changing again. Yes, we know AI. We are adopting a lot of AI. We're in the middle of doing a lot of new AI upgrades, a lot of new AI features that are coming, such as, I don't know CSS. I don't expect anybody to know CSS. But that's also kind of telling you what this platform can actually really do in the hands of, you should see what Silvio can do, what Benny can do with somebody who knows actual code. You do not need it, but if you know it, damn, this platform will rival anything that a developer can go and make. You pay somebody thousands of dollars to build you a site, which is really what you should do if you have a business. You should not use Wix or the GoDaddy. That's marketing. Again, go Google them and find out the real truth behind them is like, oh my God, they're actually not good at all. No, but they got billions of dollars, right? Which something kind of cool has happened to us just recently. So we don't want to work with them, but we built a platform to go against them. You build a platform to go against them. Why? In the world we live in today, you build something that will rival everybody else and they start seeing it. Well, they have two options: lease your technology or buy your technology. Well, that's kind of what's in the works. We are just about to, and this is a really amazing thing. It's taken 14 years to get here, but we are in the midst of, we have been found by a venture company that has just sent us an agreement, and they want to work with us to basically take us to the upper echelon levels to be bought out by one of the big boys or somebody who wants to now compete. I honestly hope somebody who wants to compete against them. We're talking like $100 million, that type of deal. That's the platform that I'm about to show you. That's the platform that you probably already have. So that's to also tell you the value of the platform that you have. It's extremely valuable, it's extremely powerful, and it's extremely feature rich. Once we showed, like I show anybody, and I'm about to show you all, once we're able to show somebody what we have, it's the same thing every single time. And their words on this time was, whoa, you actually you're basically a business in a box. You have so many different features and functionalities in there. We have so many different avenues we can go through, which I'm going to show you today: our academy, our e-commerce, our bed and breakfast, real estate, our progressive web apps. Now, why is progressive web app so important these days? Do you realize that the laws are now changing? Most of you probably do not. Why would you? So in the state of Texas, and not only in Texas, Utah's passing it, Louisiana's passing it, the country of Australia has already passed it. There is a new native app law that is coming into place for Apple and in the Play Store, the iStore, whatever that the name is for Apple. That is about to go into effect. So what that means is it's going to be a domino effect. All states are going to eventually adopt it, and it's a very stringent law. It's basically requiring anybody who has an app, not a progressive web app, because that avoids the Play Stores. We didn't know at the time that a law was going to be passed, but boy, oh boy, we're sitting pretty. That is actually one of the things that's getting this agreement put into place. They're like, we got to strike while the iron is hot, because we didn't know this. The app is essentially saying it's treating every app as if it's an adult website, if you will. You have to age verify. Now, if you can just think about that, you may be going, well, big deal. No. Look at the country, look at the world that we live in. Do you want to go and put your driver's license? Do you want to show your driver's license to an app to verify your age? The answer is probably going to be no. There's one app that I went through, and it actually took my camera, and then it did a screen of my face, and somehow, and it was able to say, yes, you were actually over 16 years old. Would you want to be dealing with that? But what I'm also telling you is what we thought of in 2016 when the world went mobile first, that our platform should have just been, well, it's going to dominate, right? We didn't have like a $1 million a year marketing budget. But now that's going to be coming. But now when you have the PWA, this is even bigger. Because if you have a native app, it is just go Google it. What are the new native app laws that are coming? And when you read it, you should be going, thank God I have a progressive web app. Ooh, thank God I don't have to, I can now go to my local markets, local everything, right? Okay. So that's what's happening. A lot of big stuff is happening, a lot of new updates. Like I said, some AI. If you don't know CSS, get ready, because Silvio is, I'm not sure when he's going to bring it out, but he's bringing out an AI CSS builder, which basically you can say, hey, I want this button to be in this shape, or I want this. What CSS does is does style. Okay, so it does style. When you go to our style section, that is a lot of templates, themes that are done with CSS. So if you got CSS and HTML, there's basically nothing you can't do with our website builder, our platform. So he's got that coming, and then he's already introduced some AI for SEO, some AI for LLM, which we know that most people are now searching on AI over Google. For me, I go in and I ask AI, well, that's kind of Google's taken, I search on Google and that's their AI, and it's giving me an AI response. So our platform is future proof. So we're building all these things into it and they're already in there. But what I'm going to go over today as our end of year demo, yeah, it's freaking amazing, folks. Sorry. What I'm going to be also offering too is, yes, there is stuff to buy. I'm going to show you everything. I do have a fun scratch off game for everybody to play, a chance to win a free demo, a free platform for a year, which right now is a $2,500 price tag. And that includes every single freaking thing that we have, unlimited everything. That's pre the agreement that we're about to sign. That's not going to be around. Now, if you think that's a sales ploy, it's not. It's a factual. That's not going to be around. Things go the way they're on track to go. We sign in this agreement. They're putting in like advisors with us and like these chief of this and all this. I'm like, oh my God, this is what I've been, working towards. This is what I've been envisioning for a long time. They're putting people into place to help us with the larger go-to-market, just massive, just insane amount of growth. So if there's ever a time to be with a company, it's now. It is now. If you ever have a chance to own something like this and unlimited capabilities, it is now, because I cannot say how long that will be around because of what's about to happen. Okay. Now, with all this, we already got about 18, 20 people that have come on board on this new one, and not a big amount. And they're all in my teams, which I'm teaching them, I'm training them, I'm showing them everything on a weekly basis. I'm actually the one in there helping them get everything up and running, teaching them how to use the platform, teaching them what everything is, teaching them what I've known for the past 10 years, what I've gone out and done, what I see, what I use. How I use AI, not only AI with my platform, we actually have an AI business that we're going to bring out in the new year, and it's an AI voice assistant. How to use AI voice, how to basically have your own call center, how to have your own secretary, how to use AI agents. We have that coming up. That compared and partnered with PWA, partnered with everything else is, folks, if you're looking to have a business that is an endless supply of features and products, this is it. Let's show you some stuff. All right, let's show you some stuff. All right, we have a webinar platform. By the way, I'm getting more used to my own webinar platform, but if I mess up, bear with me here. Okay, so let's do some screen share. Let's have a little bit of fun. All right, all right. We're going to do, it should be this one. That's it. All right. All righty. End of year demo. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. Now you're seeing our TenzyCard platform. This is our latest and greatest platform. We're actually even doing some more upgrades and some more updates that should be coming within the next couple of days. We continuously improve. We continuously add more features. We're continuously getting better, which means you will not own a stagnant platform. If you blink, you're probably going to miss something that changes. You're probably going to miss an upgrade. And especially now with AI, what Silvio and his team have envisioned, I can only imagine, but he's working hard on adding a lot more features, which means more features for you, more things that you can sell, more things that you can use, more ways of getting more and more and more customers. Folks, this is a SaaS platform, subscription as a service. One of the rarest and most profitable things you can ever be a part of is a SaaS platform. If you don't believe me, go Google it, go AI it. Be in the SaaS business. It's a must. This is the kind of business where you're not going to like go and make $1 million off this thing in a year. It's designed for you to slowly grow over time, add new users, new features, build plans, create new websites, have people come in paying you that coveted subscription money, right? That is the best kind of thing you can do. Okay. I often say it, if you've done this thing correctly, you should be able to get, I call it car payment. Then you go from a car payment to a house payment. Then you go from a house payment to vacation. You go something where while you're working, and especially with AI being able to do a lot of stuff in the background, voice assistants and whatnot, you could all of a sudden be doing in 2, 3, 4, $500 a month. And then that's reoccurring. And then the next month and the next month and the next month and the next month. And then you do some marketing, you do all that kind of stuff. You put a little bit of time, money, and effort into building your business like you would if it was a brick and mortar. And before you know it, you're doing pretty damn good with this platform and knowing that, wow, what new is coming. So what I'm putting together here is just a few little, I'm not worried about design on this thing, right? But I wanted to show you a few standout features. Yes, progressive web app. Yes, you can build an app within 5 minutes on your phone with TenzyCard. I do it all the time. I did one when I was at a farm. I do it a lot when I go to like a farmer's market. I was at a farmer's market with a friend of the family. It's a young daughter, and the people beside it were popcorn. I liked their popcorn, so I said, "Hey, bud, you want this?" And I basically, right in front of them, I built a PWA, and then I just gave them over the user and access because I just gave it to them for free. Am I expecting to make any money off them? No, but I also know I can set up my platform to sell for me. I'm not going to get too much into that. So everything I'm showing you, I want you to now think of, you can make it into a progressive web app that can be on the home screen of the phone. Can you imagine every business having it? I think if you went to any business and you said, would you like to be an app? Well, and if you said, we're not talking money, we're just talking any business, dental, chiropractor, would you like to be an app so you can be on your customers' home screens? Yes, of course it would. Yeah, you don't want to just be a website. That's old news. You need to be an app. Yes, I would. I think everybody would say yes. This PWA allows it to be the case. Now, when we found a company called Beezer, Beezer, why am I telling you that? Because they charge $450 a month for 15 PWAs. And they don't even come close. They don't even scratch the surface to all the features that we have. Okay? So it's a humongous business. It's a humongous opportunity for those that are the entrepreneur and can go out there and grab it and realize it. Don't just grab it like a JVZoo product and sit on it and not use it. Heck no. Heck no. So, excuse me for my sniffles. What I'm showing you right in here, this first is an online ordering. Did you know we have food ordering? Probably not. Well, I honestly believe that this could go up against your Grubhub, your DoorDash, and all those. Those are delivery services. Those are restaurant and diners, and they got to use them. But what if they had their own kind of app that now, you don't have to go there and send me to my competition, right? So I'm going to show you this right into here. I'll just show you on the phone. And then I'll show you into here. Oh, okay, simple. If I want to add a topping, want to add it, I can crease it. I can change the prices, change the quantity. I can have delivery service, everything. That's on that one right in there. Let me go and do another one. I'm going to go really, really like lightning fast. I want to add it in a cake. Let's go into add in a cake. Now let's go into menu, which is just slightly different. This is where you walk into a restaurant, you walk in anywhere, and you get some sort of paper menu or a QR code, right? Well, odds are it's not going to be able to add the home screen. and then now have this kind of details, right? You can have an appetizer, you can have anything, right? So this is actually a menu. You do not order off the menu, but you get to take the menu with you. You got a favorite restaurant? Go to that restaurant and build them a menu. Then show it to the manager, show it to the owner. Why wouldn't they want to buy it? Why wouldn't they want to buy it? Number one, they just saved on expenses. Number two, they get to now do all, add images, add pictures. If they need to change anything really fast, this is where you could kind of be like an agency. Say, I'm going to build it for you. And then you need any upgrades, you need to change your menu, just let me know. And then boom, and I'm going to make it into a PWA with a QR code. So now you can have all your customers put your menu on the home screen of their phone. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yes. Yes. Do you want people to take just your food with you, your memories? Or would you like them to take the menu with you? That's not that one that's just like a to-go menu. Exactly. You're going to want this. Hands down, you're going to want this, right? Let me show you how this kind of gets done. So this is so simple. You're taking a little bit of time here today. Taking more time than I like, honestly. That's the funny thing. I'm used to stop working like that. And when that doesn't do it, I'm like, okay, it's not the platform. It must be my internet. So here's a food ordering. This is so simple, right? First, let me go over to the widget section. And I'll come back and show you this because it's the easiest thing in the world. You need zero skill. VizCard, that's our TenzyCard built with an AI. Blog, AI. You could use our blog, add it, and it's an AI, which means you basically set it and forget it. And then your blog is running in the background, right? So I don't want you to think of yourself. I want you to think of others, what you can now do. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Store Owner, I can create a blog for you and I'll continuously put it in articles, create their SEO for them. You're not doing anything. AI is doing it for you. We have a bed and breakfast. I'll show you that soon. We have a bookings. We're also looking at adding AI. This thing that we're working on is adding AI to bookings with our voice assistant. So when use our AI voice assistant, it will actually now send it to the bookings. That's something that we're looking into. Buttons, easy. Carousel, so text is an image. E-commerce. You're not going to convince me ever to go anywhere other than my own e-commerce. It gives me every single thing that I need and then some, because we also have our e-commerce affiliate tracking system, which is unrivaled. I don't think anybody's even honestly thought of the idea. I think that's $1 billion idea in itself. I can't really get too much into that one right now, but it's a way to share everything that you could even share a restaurant item, right? You can pay back a commission to anybody who buys and shares your product, right? One of the best things you can ever do is turn a customer into a salesperson. Normally we do that anyway. Because somebody buys something, somebody goes, oh, I like that shirt. Oh, I got it at Walmart. I got it on Amazon, right? You're now basically promoting Walmart. You're promoting Amazon. You're promoting wherever you got it, and they're not paying you a freaking thing, right? Well, I believe that you should get paid for that. That's what this e-commerce does, right? I want you to think of this. You just bought a shirt, okay? You bought a purse. You bought anything. You bought it. Congratulations. You got a coupon, 10% off. Congratulations. Then what? What do you mean then what, Scott? What do you mean then what? What if you had this option? Same purse, same everything, same price, but this other place was, listen, you register for free, you use this product tracking, you buy from yourself first, I'm going to give you back 20% into your account. Then anytime somebody comes up to you and asks you about that purse and you say, oh, I got it, you're going to have it on your home screen, PWA, you share it, QR code, text, whatever, and they buy it directly from your efforts, I'm going to also pay you 20%. Oh, heck yeah. Where would you rather buy from? The one who just gives you a one-time coupon or the one place that is going to basically pay you every time you recommend it and somebody buys from your link? Well, that's easy. I'm going to do that one, right? Okay. Imagine that's a restaurant. What restaurant are you going to recommend? The restaurant that you just go in, say it's all the same great food. Say you got two burger joints. One is you just go in, you buy a burger. The other one is like you buy a burger, and then heck, if you're somewhere at a party and you now use this link and everybody buys from that link from you, I'm going to pay you 20% for your French fries, for the chocolate shake, for the hamburger, for anything that you order. I'm going to pay you back. That's unheard of. You imagine affiliate tracking a slice of pizza? Content block, super powerful, super simple. Add text, images, slider, map. So simple. Countdown clock kind of says it. Flipkart, very interesting product. I was the one who actually had him create this because I viewed it as a baseball card. So I had the idea one time when I was playing with these professional baseball players. I was like, could you imagine if you walked into a stadium and you're now coming onto the pitcher's mound, and up on the jumbotron was a QR code, and it was like add XYZ pitcher to the home screen of your phone, and then it's a flip card, so it has the images on the front, and on the back would have the stats. So flip card is essentially that. You have something on the front, you hit this little thing, it says flip, and then it flips to the back of the card. It's such a cool thing. It's so cool. Sell digital products. There you go, such as ebooks. Well, in an age of AI, there you go. You can become the best author of anything, right? Now you can sell them. You got a coupon. We got a food ordering system, which I'm kind of demoing. A form contact, your contact pages, whatever you need. Form free. Our form free can also be connected to our CRM. Yes, we have a CRM. Header, simple. Beautiful pages, beautiful headers, a list search, list RSS. I'm not the most knowledgeable on list RSS, but I know, when you're doing podcasts, you're doing other things, list RSS is important. List preview, a list of items. This is a pretty cool one. Advanced search, that's kind of a new one for us. You got it, search the entire website. You got a loyalty. And if you can imagine us getting more and more powerful and adding AI features and more things to these things, it's just outstanding. Map, simple. Panorama. Remember when everybody was a big rage of those 360-degree pictures that you can scan and you can rotate and you can, use your fingers? Real estate, that's a badass product. Let me tell you, that is an amazing product. I honestly say real estate and PWAs is a home freaking run. I'll show you a little bit of the real estate, because now you can have a realtor add to home screen, say goodbye to those freaking business cards, right? That, your potential clients have like a whole stack of the ones from every home that they go to, right? Your real estate is going to stand out above the crowd. They can now list a rental. They can list it's not an MLS, but it's going to list the properties that they put in there, the ones that they're really trying to push forward, right? And then you can send out a push notification. Oh, sorry, the property on 123 Main Street just went. It's a rental. It's a buy. That's real estate. Product, don't really need to explain product. Don't really need to explain prices. We have a podcast. Now, we're updating the podcast too as well with AI. So we all know that AI can create podcasts. Yes, I think everybody knows this. Can web apps geo-fence coupons in real-time location-based on human? That is something that, Michael, that is a great question. Currently, it cannot, but that will be something that we will end up using. Yes, because that's been brought up before. And Silvio was like, that is a great idea. And yes, that is something that he can definitely do. So I honestly do believe that it won't be too long. And then you just put it on the top of my mind too, as well, that we can do that. What that should also say to everybody is we love ideas, right? You imagine being part of an organization. You imagine we get this thing up into like $100 million level. I'm not going to be running the webinars at that point. That then takes me out of that entire ball game. So if you're looking to also be in contact with, and this is I guess I got to tout my whistle a little bit, right? With somebody who's set to be in that upper echelon, well, now's the time. Sorry. Now's the time, right? Right? Who doesn't wish that they were all the way back in the ClickFunnels and they knew they had a chance to meet Brunson, and we're chatting with Brunson, and now to this day, could you imagine? I mean, gosh, I would have loved. I'd love to know that guy, right? Widget recycle, kind of a nice time saver, if you will. You build a widget out, and you're like, oh my god, I want to add this to another page. You can just recycle it. Makes it simple. Features. That is, if you're a reseller, you get to list that abundance of features that, like all here, all these features. Plans, that's awesome. Reseller allows you to make plans yearly, monthly, quarterly. That's what you want. You want the plans. You want people. And this system is developed in a way that you could bring somebody on literally for free and put products in there. Like you could own the real estate, right? You can put a plan in there and it's free. And then somebody's like, oh, I want the real estate. But you actually, through one of our features, we're actually able to put a price tag on real estate management. You say, I'm going to charge $99 a month for real estate management. There you go. All right, that's a plan. Somebody comes in for free, and you're like, oh, they want a scratch card. They see it, it'd be shaded out with a price tag. And they're like, I'm going to pay $9.99 for the price for the scratch card. It's a la carte. It's like walking into a fancy steakhouse and then now ordering the steak and then go, well, I want the asparagus. I want the mashed potatoes. But you get to set the prices, right? So again, if we had an unlimited product at $2,500 a year, what is that? $200 a month? I think everybody in this kind of call is capable of going, yeah, you got well more than a $200 a month. It shouldn't be that hard to get my platform money back. Not at all, especially with my coaching and teaching. You got food menu as another one. Walk into every restaurant that you now go to. If you're like me, you're like, oh man, let me just recreate the menu and then go up to the, the small local restaurants, your Waffle Houses, your things like that. And you go, listen, I can do your food menu. What are you paying for your paper menus? Well, what if I could do the same price? I'm going to do your food menu and I'm going to charge you, $500 one time. And then I'll just charge you, like $50 a month. And then you got your food menu. You ever need to update your food menu with a new item, just let me know. And as a special incentive, it's going to be an app, and I will on your behalf send out a push notification once a week to all the people who have your app on their phone. Oh, heck yeah. You mean that's not going to cost me $5,000? No, it's not. No, it's not. You could, but no, it's not. Roadmap, that's to say, like, if you're working with a team and you want to have a roadmap to success, it's like, here, this person's doing this person's doing that. It's just a way to actually, it's a work, it's a way to organize a team's workspace, a roadmap, a guide, if you will. Scratch card, you're going to play with that soon. Love that sucker. That is another simple one that everybody plays with. Code script, that's if you actually have a little bit of code knowledge, make your, a typewriter effect or all different kind of things that you can do with the code script, right? I personally cannot, but with AI coming on board, that's a good one. But that also says we are ripe for the amateur and the professional. Testimonials, clearly. Social links, easy. Facebook, easy. Slider, simple. Columns of text, simple. Thumbnails. Multi-store venue, coming. Multi-vendor homecoming. That is an e-commerce one because I like to do drop shipping and I like to work with multiple vendors. So I don't want to have to create multiple different stores. I want to be able to put it all on one website and be able to communicate with different vendors all on one thing. So I just wanted to show you, and you can clone a widget from an existing site. That's just a handful of the products. Okay. So now let me go into the food ordering. Online ordering. Here, subtitle, boom. I've already kind of put some of this stuff together, right? Here's the burger. Here's here. I go into here. It doesn't get any easier, folks. I mean, this is the easiest thing. $9.99. I won't go into all the different things, but Topping 2, topping 1, add 1, add 1. You know, hey, I don't like cheese on my hamburger. Perfect. You know, I want guacamole on mine. Perfect. You get to do anything, right? Add a new option. Is it any of these? Here's the main title, subtitle, abstract. What I want you to pay attention of, typically you go somewhere and you see an item and a price. You do not see all of this that you can now add to explain what your item is, from a picture to a video to everything, right? You're going to make it stand out above everybody else. I've never seen anything that even comes close to rivaling this. Okay. More images. I get to see it how I want it, right? There's the hamburger. I get to add Instagram, alternate image. I can put another video in here. I can add buttons down into here. So many different buttons. I can add tags. This is cool too as well. I get to use my SEO, but AI, folks, are you seeing this? Are you seeing how you can also then go, by the way, Mr. and Mrs. Potential Customer, this is if you're building it for them, or if they're building it, this is more marketing stuff, right? You can now generate your own SEO contents with AI. Oh my God, seriously? Wow. Exactly, right? Think how much money that is going to save them and how that's going to help their searches, right? Clearly, you do that, you do a PWA, oh my good Lord. Is the internet gonna love that site? Open graph. Okay, additional comment, additional. You mean I can further go into and explain even more? Yes, you can. Ready? It's a hamburger, yes? A hamburger. $9.99. I can commission it. I mean, are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm going to set that at 10%, which means I literally am making my hamburger an affiliate product. You ever heard of that before? Only if you've joined me. Are you trying to tell me that through your system, all they have to do is for free for register, share QR code, all this kind of stuff, simple, register, with an email address. And then now that burger, they buy and they can buy from themselves. Correct. That's the whole premise too. Buy from yourself and then make your first sale to your own self, right? Now this is a burger. Can you imagine with a couch, a shirt, electric scooter, a car, whatever you do, okay? As long as it's bought online, this person is going to get paid, right? Okay, perfect. Have a pizza place does it. Okay, now send me out to a house for New Year's. And everybody goes, we're going to order pizza. Well, I'm going to make sure I'm going to become your number one salesperson because I'm going to say you got to go to Luigi's Pizza. Why? Another one could be just as good, right? Somebody else, no, you got to go to my pizza place. No. My pizza place is the best. They got the best pizza. They got the best food, the best shakes. It is awesome. I got their menu right in here. We can order it right now. What you're not telling everybody is I'm getting upwards of 10%, if not more, on every single item that is ordered. I just made money. Now the store owner could decide to give you back in cash or to, pay your Venmo or just give it to you in credit towards your next order. I'm like, heck yeah, man. I just went to a party and made $200 by selling hamburgers. Excuse me, what? Yeah, I went to a party and made $200 selling pizza. Oh, you work for a pizza place? No. There's this pizza place. Seriously? Let me know about them. Oh, here you go. Now watch the word of mouth spread. Yeah. This place is amazing. On their full size pizza, they're giving you back 10%. On their this, they're giving you this, they're giving you this. So you order it from yourself and you get it back. So you don't have to worry about a coupon. You don't have to worry about any of that kind of stuff. I mean, they basically pay you to share their food. Oh my God. Commission a milkshake. You would think I'm crazy, right? Who's this guy? Wacko? You would think, right? Comments, search nearby items. This is, if you got multiple locations or cake. I can actually add that in there, but we won't go into too much into this, right? Isn't that bonkers? That should be blowing your mind. I still can't believe it, right? I can't believe that I can I can affiliate track a food item. Not only can I make them a menu, not only can I PWA it, not only can I do a food ordering system. One of those ways you're going to get them, right? Typically the menu and the PWA. Then you say, by the way, if we add your food ordering system, I can do this tracking system. And you built a demo up and you're like, oh my God, seriously? My customers are going to love this. Yeah, that's a loyalty program like no other. Well, my other competitors don't do that. Not right now, but I'm going to be going over to them and I'm going to be making sure that they do. And I'm going to make sure everybody up and down my street has this thing. So every person who orders from you, as long as your food is freaking good, they don't need to order from Grubhub because they don't get it that way. They don't need to order from DoorDash because they don't get it that way. They order it from you. You deliver it to them. You can set a delivery charge in here too, by the way. Okay. You really can. Okay. Any questions about that? That's my food ordering. All right. Unheard of. Okay. There's the cake and there's in here. I can add a new list item right there. As I said, I can do delivery, pickup, curbside, dine in. This is one of the things that we gave away for COVID because what shut stores down? They didn't have delivery. They didn't have pickup. They didn't have curbside. With this, they did multiple locations. Enable QR code check for each item. This can enable, this is kind of a new feature. For each item purchased, this will allow you to deliver food only if the QR code shown by the customer for each item is valid. Okay. They allow pickup. They allow tips. Okay. List style, you can change it. Sharing. Now they can also have these features. You can now share it with Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all of these kind of features right up in here. So it's perfect, right? You're creating if somebody went here, where would you go? I want you to think of that yourself. You went to two different burger places. You liked them both, but now this one is going to pay you to essentially buy from them, and it's going to pay you that for your entire family order. It's going to pay you for if you take it to somebody else and they buy from you, they're going to pay you. And then you're probably going to go to all your friends and say, okay, listen, you got to register for this thing. This thing is freaking amazing. They got the best burger. They got the most amazing loyalty program you're ever going to see. They pay you to share their food items. Well, that's pretty amazing. Comments, additional options. I can turn off the desktop, by the way. Mobile, desktop, one of the two, right? That tells you how MobileFirst does. Yes, Greg, it certainly does. It certainly does. And not only does it do that, you can do your traditional way, which is add a domain, add SSL, but with our new feature, you can actually, and this is one of the best things that we've done in a long time, is your PWA. If you are a white label owner, you actually get to put, you see on the top, it says, I don't know if you're actually seeing it. You wouldn't be. But in my browser, it says build.TenzyCard.com. This could say build.greg.com, platform.greg.com, build.gregsbusiness.com. Okay. Now, when you go and you build a PWA, either from your phone, from your desktop, from your computer, whatever it is, you now just need to use a subdomain, not an SSL. So you save a boatload of money and a boatload of time. And then now, because as a PWA, if you're not familiar with it, a PWA does not show a browser. Why do I say that? Because once you show a browser to somebody, they typically now want to go and search somewhere else. An app doesn't have a browser. A PWA doesn't have a browser. You keep them on your site. You keep them on the site. One more time, you keep them on the site. That is one of the most important things in the online world today. You want them to stay on your site longer than 3 seconds. Increases SEO, it increases conversions. They go to an app, a PWA, and then boom. In a sense, the app laws are changing, but not affecting a PWA. What business do you want to be in? Do you want to go to a store and say, I'm going to build you a native app and then charge them a boatload of money just to come back and say, but they're going to have to do age verification? Doesn't matter what it is. Okay. So yes, we've made it unbelievably easy. 5 minutes and you've just built a PWA. I take it home and do more because I like a big screen. I want to do more editions. I got more photos in here, right? You can do a PWA on the fly. You can turn anything on our website into a on our builder into a PWA. There is absolutely zero reason why you wouldn't. Zero reason. Well, Scotty, what about these places that already have websites? You want to turn them into a PWA? Perfect. You don't touch their website. You build a front page, PWA. You put a button in there that clicks to the website, and you now just not only made them mobile first, you made their entire business a PWA and an app on their customer's phone. Every single person would want it if they knew they could have it. The PWA business is only in the infant style stages. And how long have we had it? I think 4 or 5 years we've had it. That's so ahead of the curve we are. It's a $4 billion industry right now, which you may think is a lot of money, but in the industry, it is not. It's set to hit 30 billion within the next 5 years. 30 billion in the next 5 years. What does that tell you? It means it's increasing an average of 5 billion a year. What business do you want to be in? Do you want to wait till it hits 30 billion and everybody else is already doing it around you? And you want to kick yourself in the ass and saying, damn it, I had a chance. There was this guy that was talking about it. And then do you want to wait until we take off to the atmosphere, to the stratosphere, and it's now like super expensive when you had a shot at it? Nah, not me. Man, I know when something's knocking. And I'm telling you this as a person who's been on the other side. I know when I see something that's outstanding. It's very rare in this day. Very rare. And to have all this on one platform at my disposal, come on. This was only a matter of time until this company, found the people that can take this thing where it needs to be. I can't go to a Wix. I can't go to a GoDaddy. I can't knock on the door and them open the door for me. But we now have people that are going to be doing that on our behalf. Okay. All right. So that's there. If I'll touch on it a little bit further, let me go into here a little bit more. By the way, I can go to style. I can change the style of this thing in a heartbeat. I can do this here. I can do this. Save. There you go. Look at that. Am I amazing? Am I amazing? Am I the most amazing website builder that you've ever seen? No, you don't like that? Oh, well, how about I do one of these for you? What are you doing over there? Well, you know what? I like to give my my customers options. Do you like this option any much better? Just go ahead and refresh your phone. Oh, that's a standout one. Yeah, I like that one. Are you sure? Would you like me to show you more that I've actually done? They don't know that you have a system that's able to do this. They do not know this. You get to talk to them like I'm saying this right now, right? You get to brag about the platform, about your skill set. But yeah, you don't need any skill set to do it, okay? All right, let's, just while I'm in here, I'll talk a little bit more. See, look, we can go to e-commerce coupons and you can generate a new coupon. Simple. Generate coupon. Boom. Easy. All right, let's go into here. This is the e-commerce affiliates tracking. Again, I'm not going to go all the way through this right now, but I just managed to turn it on and then boom, that's how I can actually track everything. And then it looks like you got a dashboard. Even the people who sign up for it, they get their own dashboard, and there's nothing more rewarding than selling it to yourself and going, wow, I just spent $50 on hamburgers, but man, I just made $5. Yeah, pretty damn cool. So that's there. We go in inventory management, of course. Inventory management, yes. Order paid, shipped. Okay. We can go into food ordering, cart abandonment. Okay. Easy peasy, right? Look at that. Look, see, it's going to email them. Hours to wait to email them. Hey, sorry. We all know what that's like, right? Sorry, you left something in your cart. There it is. Okay. Analytics, it'll analyze everything, right? Icons bar, that goes at the very bottom, but let's not get too much into that. All right. Let's go back to the home. I'm telling you, folks, this thing is flat out insane. Food menu. Hi, little one. Daddy's on a call. All right. Just let, yes. I'll be with you shortly. Okay. Let Daddy finish his call, honey.
And then we can go park?
Yes, then we'll go to the park.
Yay!
Okay. Proudest moment right there. All right. Now currency. Perfect. Now you can build it in Europe, pounds, Australia, Canadian, Japanese yen, Hong Kong, Singapore. But, we don't have the translation at all these, but we do have the currencies, right? So now you get more options, more options. This is a food menu order. It's so indie. Look, I could do this. Look, make a new category. Make a new category, pop in an image, simple. Back to the widget page. Main course, you see, now add this, it's simple, category without a name. Add the price point, add all the functionality, make this thing look just flat out amazing. So let me close here. That's the food ordering. And then this is now like the appetizer, what it is, right? The menu, two different things, right? So you're going to get a restaurant one way or the other, right? And then again, turn it into a PWA. They don't have that, right? I'm not going to hit on the options. Let's go to home. If you have any questions, I'm reading the chat too as well. All right, let me go back into pages here. And now let me show you real estate. All right, real estate. Page visibility and access, background image, page head, SEO, sidebar, SEO analytics, JSON. I'm not a JSON guy, but if you, again, this just tells you the functionality of it. Exit intent, access control. If you have somebody that, you just want to give them certain access to, an assistant or whatever, this is, hey, wait before you go kind of deal. Pop-up contents. Okay. Like, good Lord, you have a lot of features. I know. Page SEO analysis, start. Look at this thing. Come on. This is really kind of new. So one of the things that we have in the works, which is awesome, is we're going to be doing, I think this is the start of it, where it's going to analyze your website. Now, this isn't quite it. This is the SEO. But we're bringing on a feature where AI is, you're going to build your website. It's going to analyze your website, and it's going to give you recommendations to make it better. I repeat, it's going to give you recommendations to make it better. We have an AI page builder, perfect. But I use AI to give me content, to make me images. I just copy and paste it into my website. But by the way, that's the easiest way to build a website. Just ask AI to build out the framework for you. I do Copilot, and then I don't have to think about it. I let AI do it for me. And I just copy and paste the pictures, the content in there. And we're going to have an AI. Basically, it's going to be like critiquing your website and giving you ideas of how to make it better. I'm not saying this as in for you, because I'm not talking to you like you're going to build your own business. Yes, of course, right? But your own business should be this. I'm not selling a product. I'm selling a subscription. I'm selling it. I'm marketing now real estate. I'm marketing food ordering. I'm marketing a PWA. Everything should be still have that PWA tied into it, right? I'm doing a website builder, a mobile first website builder. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. You have an endless things in here to generate you income. Yes. Any other product that you ever buy, what do you usually get? One freaking thing. And if it's JVZoo, then they give you a shitload of freaking bonuses. Well, what do you really think that you get a bunch of free bonuses and those free bonuses are any good? Remember, I know the game. I was working with Todd Gross and Peter Beatty and the rest of them, right? And it's typical. Oh, don't buy here. Buy all my bonuses. That's what the game was with all those affiliate marketers, right? It literally was that. It was a bonus game. Well, hey, it's the same price because it's JVZoo. Well, come over to me and I'm going to give you all these bonuses. You think that's just because they're nice? You think it's because they created all these bonuses? Frick no. They're crap. You get free is crap. No, stay away from JVZoo products, right? We're on there. We don't even market it. We don't do anything of it, even though we could, because I'm like, I don't like the whole thing. Now here's real estate. Let me get off my soapbox on that one, right? Real estate. Okay, perfect. Real estate, subtitle, intro into text. Here's a beautiful home, avenue thing. So CSV file upload. Some Facebook stuff in here. rental property. Is it a house? Is it for rent? Is it for sale? Is it for rent by agent? Is it for sale? What is it? Currency? How much is it? What is it? What are some of the features? And I'm just going lightning fast because you just see, here's the map, here's everything. Hey, I got multiple homes into here. I'm not only selling, I'm renting, I'm doing everything. That's right. You're increasing your presence. You're showing, if I got a real estate person, I get to put their card on my home screen. Well, who do you think I'm going to end up dealing with? Who would you end up dealing with? They're all going to show you the same freaking home, right? Now, obviously, if it's an idiot realtor, you're not going to put that person's business card on your phone, right? But they're probably not. If it's a good one, you're like, yeah, I'm going to put them on. We got a guy that's what he does. He'll go into a convention, he'll talk about it, and he'll sell every single person in the real estate thing. They all want it. They all love the latest and greatest stuff, right? Go on to Alignable, go into networking meetings, go into all those kind of stuff, right? By the way, I teach all this stuff, okay? Now, I can add a button. I can tags, more SEO, additional, custom affiliate. Isn't that crazy? I guess if you could buy a home online, I could do it, right? But again, comment, search similar by, maybe I have more. Obviously, I didn't put anything in here, right? So this is your real estate, okay? So from rentals to owning, it's a way of showcasing that you're not using your Remax. You're not using whatever the company you're with, yes, but you're now setting yourself apart because you are an entrepreneur. If you're a realtor, that's what you are. And so how do you want to stand out? I want to stand out this way. How do you get more customers? By putting it on their phone. Hey, man, I got a realtor. This person, this girl, this guy is the best. Well, what's their name? You got their card? No, I got them on my home screen of my phone because my most important people are on my phone. Yes? Correct. Now use my QR code, scan it, and then boom, just tell him Scotty sent you. Well, that's awesome. Oh my God, look at all the homes they have. Yeah, and you just go into all the stuff. So, right, that's real estate. All righty. As we move along, let's go on the pages. Bed and breakfast. Love my bed and breakfast. Love my bed and breakfast. Right. The VRBO. I'm calling it the VRBO killer. Right. Because now turn the control back over into the owner. And people will say, but what about the publicity they get on VRBO? What do you mean? What publicity? How many ever show of hands? How many ever use VRBO or one of the like? Anyone? Audience participation time. Anyone? No? Has anyone used it? For a hotel, for anything? Has anybody ever used like your food ordering systems, your DoorDash or anything like that? I got a train of thought here. If you do, what are you seeing? If you go to Amazon, what do you see when you go to Amazon? Do you just see the one product that you typed into the search, or you're seeing a whole page of products? Everybody and their competitors, yes? Correct. That's right, Greg. So would you like that? Or would you rather be just you? Would you rather just be just you? So, hey, go check out me on VRBO. Well, I'm just looking for the best deal. I'm looking for the best deal. Who's giving me the best deal? And the other killer was there. You go and you go, oh my God, it's $200 a night. And you go, I have 4 nights, $800. And you go to the end, you're like, how come this is $2,000? What just happened? How come this is $2,000? That's right, because VRBO makes more money off your rental site than you actually do of renting the freaking site. Plus, now you're competing with everybody else in your area with their own rental. So now it's well, I guess I got to do it cheaper. I guess I got to do this. Right? Why do you want to send people your competitors? Send it to them once, get them to rent your property, and then say, listen, next time, why don't you rent directly from me? Add me to the home screen. Check in, check out. Right, well, I'll show you. Get away from the fees. Capture the fees yourself, right? Price for adults, price for teens, price for kids, additional percentage fees, additional fixed fees. Are you seeing? The person who owns the vacation property rental is in control 100% of their vacation property. They're not like, oh my God, VRBO just increased my fees. Oh my God, VRBO is costing me how much? I don't know, but they're costing me a lot of money just to be on their site. So yeah, they're like the killer, if you will, right? You get these big commercials and everything. Oh, VRBO, great, but who the crap, man? If I could just, this is a vacation rental that I went to. I want to go to them again. This is what I did when I found somebody at VRBO. I would look for their phone number and I would try to call the person or an email and try to call them individually. And I had multiple conversations. Like it's kind of one of those things where you got to go there, because if you don't, nobody's going to find me. Well, let them find you once until eventually you can say, middle finger, VRBO, I ain't using you anymore. I got my own customers, my own clientele, and then they can share me, put me on their home screen. And then now I'm booked out every single year. I now have my entire client base all booked out. And I don't go there, right? So now you can lower the prices, you can be more competitive, buffer days, here's the calendar, external calendars. Look at this, autoresponder, import default. I mean, this is just so cool, right? This is VRBO. Well, Scotty, that's a business in itself. Yeah, no freaking kidding. It's a business in itself. All right. So any questions there? If you're not seeing what you can do with this thing, you got to have, Mr. Magoo eyes kind of thing, right? But I haven't even showed you all the white label features: users, plans, invoices, managed help, managed support, progressive web app, managed academy, CRM, proposals, affiliate system. My unlimited comes with a full-on affiliate system, so you could be your own affiliate tracking. You could hire people and pay them commissions. Don't get too much into the affiliate system, but that's kind of what you do when you go to JB Zoo. You become an affiliate. We have our own affiliate system. All right. Any questions as I move along, as I keep trucking along over into here? Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to go into all these white label features. Okay. Now what I want to see if I can do this. I'm going to see if I can share this. I'm going to share this tab now instead. All right. This is one that we built. This is an example of my e-commerce. Beautiful. Beautiful. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, this is actually one that Benny built, right? If you don't think we can't build high-end looking websites, you're mistaken. Okay. Add to cart, all the information. This is related products. That's one of the features. You're used to this kind of stuff, right? Boom. This is for drop shipping, right? This is a drop shipping. This is one of the easiest things in the world, is using this thing for drop shipping. Drop shipping is simple. If you have this, don't go to Shopify and pay yourself. By the way, when a Shopify's one main website, which we can pretty much do here, their main, if you went to their granddaddy thing, I believe last time I checked, was $2,500 a month. And what do they do? Anyone? That's right. They get a certain piece of every product that you frickin' sell. Good Lord. Does that seem fair? No, it doesn't. Are they creating you? No, they're not. They're essentially what we are, but for e-commerce. Well, I just showed you e-commerce, and I'm showing it to you right now, right? I can add this, I can add it to cart, and I go, oh, I want this feature too as well. I'm going to add this guy in there, and then I'm going to do this. It's easy, right? And then add it to the home screen of your phone. Oh, this is awesome. All right. Now, pretty cool. I do love this one, right? And I want to show you, let me see here. Okay, I'm going to show you this now too as well. I showed you on the phone. Now I'm just showing you a little bit bigger. Here's the real estate. This is the account. If I actually, I did different versions. If I wanted to register, that would be over into here. Log out, log in. That's simple. That's part of the tracking system. Let me see if I can Okay, I'll show you this. This is where I went, and this is making the site. And it's flawless, folks. I mean, it's just so gorgeous. It is beautiful. It. I'm not saying other ones aren't. I'm saying they are. We're as equally beautiful as the ones that are out there. However, when you actually run speed tests against us, this is one of the things that we actually did to get this agreement. Is Silvio said, yeah, Scotty, send me some Wix websites, and I sent him Wix and GoDaddy, and then he compared them to ours, and there was no comparison. It's Mike Tyson in his heyday versus Floyd Mayweather. I don't care who you are. Floyd Mayweather wouldn't stand a chance against somebody like Mike Tyson, both in their heyday. Both are damn good, but both aren't in the same category. One's a heavyweight, one's a, well, I believe, middleweight. I'm an ex-boxer, so again, SEO, page AIQ. I know this is something Sylvia's working with. This is, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I know it's all about making your website even that much better. Okay, now let me move over into the next one. I'm going to share this one. Whoo! I'm getting towards the end here, everybody. And I'll show you guys the scratch off and everything. All right, now I'm showing you the Academy. Okay, the Academy now is for anything. Anything, because AI allows us to do anything, correct? Yes, it does. I can do this. So now, oh my God, Scotty, that's a thing in its own. Yeah, it is. It really is its own thing. It has nothing to do with a website, although you can turn an academy into a website and then PWA it, and there you go. Academy is for coaches, it's for teaching, it's for training, it's for cookbooks, it's for authors. Exactly what it is, right? This is one where I did an academy, and I'm still working on this for my little ones. Okay, I got to earn like the Dad of the Year award for the stuff that I kind of do for my kids. All right, look at this. Learn to read. Meet the sight words level 5. Storybots. How to silent need. Teaching my kids how to read. They're always on a tablet, right? So Daddy's building them an educational thing. Okay. All of these is part of my education for my kids. Okay. Then I'm going to build in a science one, a technology, engineering, art, AI, math. Math is one. There's a human calculator guy that I find fascinating. I want my kids to be able to do math in their head. So all these kind of things, experiments, they like Ryan's World. So I get to show them all this. And they love Blippi and Mika. And then general lessons, then meet the colors, toys, sports, all this kind of thing. I am building them. And as they get older, I add more. So this is for like ages 3 and up. Once they get a little older, I add more, a little older, add more, a little more, and I never end. I never stop, right? I'll never stop. By the end of it, they could be now taking over it, and they could be in college and have an entire thing. So when they have children, bingo, bongo, they now have a full academy of teaching, and they can add more stuff because time changes, right? A lot more AI will go into here, right? And then there you go. So let's go into here. Here's one that I've actually was building for a insurance company. Okay. So I was building this for insurance company. So you can also do quizzes into this, right? So this is life insurance exam best fit style. Okay. See here. This is cool. I now get to do an evaluation or live lesson. So you can run like a webinar type of thing from here, show the correct answers. And I used AI to actually build all this thing out. Here's exam questions. That's the parameters. Yes, you can build quizzes, folks. This is incredible. This is just awesome. I mean, this is awesome. Okay, that's my academy. And then you name it, you can do it. You name it, you can do it with this thing. So, and yes, you can actually now get subscribers, and you can actually make money off of it, right? So you can do drip feed, you could charge money for courses, everything like that, right? So an academy is something that I think everybody would agree is, especially in the AI era, is kind of like a home run. So would you like to be on an academy? Now, don't think of this for yourself. Would you like to be on an academy, or would you like to run your own academy? I'd rather run my own, because again, if you send them to a Teachable, you send them to one of those learning courses, what are you sending them? I don't understand. What do you mean? Aren't you sending them your competition? Because do you think I'm just going to go to your post, your site on said platform, or am I going to look for others? And am I going to see like a whole boatload of stuff teaching the same freaking course that you're teaching, but this guy, this gal over in here is doing it at a better price, or giving me more, or doing whatever, right? I don't like that. All righty. Any questions? Let me check here, see if I got anything coming in on Teams. Any questions for me whatsoever? Yes, no, maybe so. Quiet group, quiet group. Would you like me to show you anything else? Anything else? And now what I'll do here is, I should be able to do this right here. All right, here is, now you're going to have to be quick on this one, okay? Here is, I should have it here. All right. All righty. Go ahead and play now. Scratch off contest. Play the scratch off game. All right. Is everybody seeing that? Please confirm that. Some sort of audience participation. If you're there, let me know you're there. PWAs are extremely, extremely secure. So if I can show you this. Let me see. They're unbelievably, we are so secure, it's not even, it's silly how secure we are. So I'm going to show you something. I don't know if you can see it. This is one that we just built for this guy. They did over $1 billion at their, you see no browser? They did over $1 billion in wealth management last year at his office. Why am I showing you that and more? I'm showing you that because we had to actually pass through SEC regulations. We got on with their compliance. I mean, this guy, I met him on the golf course. Didn't know him, met him on the golf course, and then led to us building for their company. So he's like, hey, he took it to the board. He's like, Scotty, he goes, and I play golf with them all the time now. And we go to the same church. And so he goes, Scotty, he goes, I want to thank you. He goes, because your little thingy was so impressive. It got me a meeting with the board of directors. He goes, I've never had a chance to basically have my word or have anybody listen to me. I sat with the board of directors. It was a webinar, if you will. He made a PowerPoint about what our PWA does. The board of directors gave him the thumb up. He gallows me. He goes, congratulations, bud. We got the thumb up. We're 99% there. I'm like, oh, I was ready to pop the champagne. He goes, wait, we're 99% there. We're on the goal line. I'm like, okay. Then he goes, all right, we have one more meeting. It's with the compliance officers. Can you have the Silvio join us? Yes. So we got on. And this is literally just a meeting with Silvio and the compliance officer. And then they ask us for all these reports and stuff. And Silvio's like, oh, we've never had it, never needed it. Do you have something instead that we could do? And they said, yes. So they sent us this document that was, I think, 32 pages or something. It was just me and him looked at it like, oh my God. He goes, well, I'll do my best. So he filled it all out, sent it to compliance, and they said, you're good to go. So we are beyond secure. See, this is a PWA is actually cached to your phone. A PWA is also, if I was to go a little bit more into future, I believe it could be the solution for social media in this aspect. I have about 100,000 followers on TikTok. I've generated over 9 million views. That's viral. But are they my followers? Are they my followers? They are not my followers. They're TikTok's followers. If I had 100,000 people who installed me on their phone, they're now my followers. Okay. Now I can market to them. I can do anything to them. They're going to get a push notification from me, and it's basically a 99% response rate, right? So I'm going to blow away anybody, right? It's like it's like sending a text message to 100,000 people at the same time. Okay, I win. Okay. Now, what's the other thing? I can send out a push notification. It's a one-way message. But the only thing I would allow my kids to have, because only their friends are going to have it on their phone. Well, Scotty, anybody could find it and do that. I guess if you wanted to go down that road, but what are they going to do with it? They can only read the message. They cannot respond to the message. They cannot bully. They cannot troll. They cannot do anything to my beautiful young little ladies. One-way message. There goes bullying. There goes your online bullying right there. Get the frick off your social media. This is also why the app laws are coming into place, right? Because AI, I think it's already been responsible for a suicide, probably multiple ones. Benny told me about it. He goes, yeah, there was a suicide in Texas because an AI imitated somebody. We know AI can. So I guess conspiracy theory, believe that because AI can imitate anything, but what it can't do is show you a driver's license and show you a face. So you better, now app laws are changing, right? So as they should. So now imagine a social media card where my daughters are sending out a notification and it's just going to their friends. One-way message. Their friends would need to have their own on my daughter's phone. And then me as a dad, I can see, whoa, hey, look at that. You got 15, 20 friends, right? PWA solution. PWA is the solution for so many, almost everything, right? Allow your regular mom and pop, regular Joe Schmo, regular realtor, regular insurance agent, chiropractor, dentist, everything to be able to be on the home screen of their customers' phones, sending out marketing through push notifications, and watch their ROI increase. Add an AI voice assistant, which I didn't get into today, and then boom, now it's calling and booking appointments. Now it's calling. You can, our AI voice assistant, Benny built one, and he's like, listen to this one, Scotty. And what it was the AI called up Benny. He built it for his niece's hair salon, and it called up Benny, and he goes, you got to listen to this thing. So I listened to it, and it's like, yes, I'm looking for Benny. Yes, this is Benny. Hi, Benny. This is ABC Salon, and we see you haven't been in for a haircut in a couple of months. Would you like to book an appointment today? Well, yes, I would. When would you like to book the appointment? He goes, I guess for Friday. What time on Friday? Noon on Friday. Excellent. Would you just like a haircut or would you also like a blow dry? Well, oh my God, yes, I would like a blow dry. Okay, we have you down for this Friday at 12 noon for a haircut and a blow dry appointment. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you. That's insane. If you have fast food restaurants starting to use this through the drive-through, right? Now, add that to a PWA, and then that's the link. That's the link. That is the link. Okay. Because you can have an AI voice, but don't tell me it's on a paper business card. Don't tell me it's on a website that I now have to go to. And then now look at your phone. I want you to all go look at your phone and look in your browser. How many websites are open in the background? There's not one. If I go to mine and you can't seem to shut them all down. Okay. I go to mine and it is, go here. Look at the top. All browsers, all websites. Okay. So basically, you send me your website. I've already looked at 10 other ones by the time I remember that yours was it. I'm not going backwards to try and find the freaking thing. I'm like, PWA, home screen of the phone. Always right there. It's insane. No, that's my whole point, Steve, is they cannot respond to a push notification. That is my exact point. It's a one-way message. It does not come back the other way. That's a text message. You don't want that. I got a text message from somebody today who found me on LinkedIn, right? Yeah, I think once a week. Anybody else with me on this one? Who gets the scam text messages? Who does? Who gets the scam text messages? Freaking right, Steve, it does. It eliminates so much, right? Let me ask you a question. Say you want to use me for marketing, okay? And say you had 100,000 people, I'm on their phone, but you got 100,000 followers. And I say to you, you got 100,000 followers? So let's just say it's Steve. Steve's got 100,000 followers on Instagram. Yeah, awesome. How many of those people are going to see his post on a daily basis? A couple percent, right? I'm just following you. Okay, I'm on 100,000 phones. When Steve puts a post up on Instagram, it's there and then it's down. Okay, when I send out a push notification, that is a little notification that shows up on their phone. And how many people here do not answer their text? You may not reply. I'm not talking about that, but do you open it? Yes. Nearly 100%. Nearly 100%. What kind of deliverability rate is that? You go and tell that to somebody. Do you see the ROI? I'm trying to get you to see what I see. I'm trying to get you to notice what I notice. I'm trying to get you to see why this company is so freaking insane and why it's going up, up, and up. You want to be a part of it? I sure as heck do. I'm just happen to be in the right place at the right time. I also take this same thing and I'm building my own AI venture consultants because I'll be damned if I'm not using the same technology that I have to go to my local area and start selling them and building them at $250 a pop, which is cheap for a simple one-page PWA, then adding an AI voice assistant and then charging about $99 a month. Why wouldn't I be doing that? I'd be a fool not to do that. An entrepreneur takes something, retools it for their own benefits, and that's what I'm going to do with my own platform. Okay. Yes. Good question. Yes, you can. You can embed a link on the push notification, 100%. It could be, hey, whatever it is, a restaurant. Next Tuesday, it's a dead day, right? Next Tuesday, come into our restaurant, and it's a link to, you could do it on a thing, right? A coupon, but it's a link to their website. So you see how you could take a underperforming website, not redo the website, build a PWA, put a link on it, and all of a sudden you just turn their underperforming website into a progressive web app. Because when you open up a PWA, everything that's installed in that opens up in the background. So by the time somebody goes and click on the redirect to the website, bada bing, bada boom. You just, not only did you level the playing field, you made them outperform their competitors almost overnight. So yes, you can. So if everybody's played the scratch off, yes? Everybody's played the scratch off? Here's the question I also want to ask you. You know what a great tool that marketing is for the scratch off? If it's human nature, I could take a scratch off card, throw it on the ground, and just sit back and watch. As long as somebody walked by and they saw it. Business card stays on the ground. You all see my point there. They see a scratch off. They pick it up. And what do? Got scratch off. I don't care who the hell you are. You could be like a multi-millionaire. You see a scratch off. Oh my God, this must have fell into somebody's pocket. Pick it up and go and scratch it. It's a scratch off. It's fun. Wasn't that fun to play? Anybody ever done a scratch off on a phone before? I haven't seen it anywhere else. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I've never come across it, right? So you imagine that as a marketing thing. Imagine that as a play. That could be a link. Play our scratch off game. See if you win. You can set it to a percentage of 100% of the people win. Congratulations. You just got 50% off. Buy one meal, get this, whatever it is. Do you see how anybody you work with, you are increasing their bottom line? You are making them more money. In turn, you make money off them. Then when you get a couple of clients, like I just showed you with the capital advisors, then you get to go to somebody else and say, if I got $1 billion company entrusting me with their business, why wouldn't you? Yeah, that's a good point. It's probably too expensive. No, you could charge $5,000 to build a PWA. That's the average cost of building a PWA. If you wanted to build it, hire somebody. That's a basic PWA build. Don't believe me? Go ask AI. It's a $5,000 price tag. That's like what websites were like when they were if you want to build have somebody build your website. To me, I like to charge $250 because I get to do it so friggin' easy, right?